लॉकडाउन के बाद एक प्रयास हिमाचल सरकार की ओर से भी किया गया कि हर घर पाठशाला की एक प्रोग्राम शुरू किया और एक स्टेट लेवल पर एक एसआरजी डेवलप की गई और उस एसआरजी के माध्यम से अलग अलग सब्जेक्ट वाइज और क्लास वाइज जो है वो प्लान तैयार की और वो हर घर पाठशाला शुरू की और टीचर्स की और जितने भी स्टेक होल्डर्स हैं, चाहे वो एसएमसी कम्युनिटी की पार्टिसिपेशन से भी वो हमने शुरू किया और वो लगभग सक्सेस भी रहा वो प्रोग्राम। और उसमें मैं भी एसआरजी का एक मेंबर हूँ। पॉलिटिकल साइंस में मेरी मास्टरी है, तो मैंने भी पूरे स्टेट में वो काम किया है। और यहाँ पर मैं बच्चों के उसके लिए भी जो भी ऊपर से हमें ऑर्डर आदेश आते रहे उसका हमने पालना की है। कोविड-19 ग्लोबल जो पेंडेमिक है, इसमें जो अरविंदो सोसाइटी ने इनिशिएट लिया, ये इस समय तो आपने बहुत ही अच्छा काम किया है, लेकिन उससे पहले भी 2-3 सालों से जो जीरो इनोवेशन प्रोग्राम के तहत आपने हमारे जिला कांगड़ा में भी, पूरे स्टेट में भी इवन ट्रेनिंग्स वगैरह होती रही है। हर टीचर्स को, हर स्कूल में एक टीचर्स को ट्रेनिंग जो है वो हर वर्ष करवाई है हमने। और इसमें जो आपने जो इनोवेटिव पाठशाला शुरू की है, इसमें टीचर की जो पार्टिसिपेशन की बात है, तो अभी हमारे यहाँ पर लगभग 25 टीचर्स जो है वो वेस्ट टीचर जो हमने इनोवेटिव टीचर तैयार करके उनको लगभग 7th मॉड्यूल जो है वो शुरू हुआ है अभी। वो कल उसमें मैंने देखा भी था और आज से और टीचर्स को हमने कहा भी है कि आप उसमें वीडियोस वगैरह आप अपना जो भी फीडबैक है वो आप लोग भेजें। तो ये बहुत अच्छा है सर, इसमें शिक्षा में गुणवत्ता आएगी और टीचर्स जो है वो एक्टिविटी बेस्ड और इनोवेशन से जो है वो टीचिंग लर्निंग, मतलब टीचिंग तो सब करवाते हैं लेकिन लर्निंग को से कैसे जोड़ा जाए वो बड़ा महत्वपूर्ण है। और वो आपके आपके प्रोग्राम जो है वो बखूबी उस काम को कर रहे हैं और हम उनका स्वागत करते हैं और लगातार आपके साथ काम कर रहे हैं। यहाँ पर हम रोल मॉडल जो इनिशिएटिव सोसाइटी ने लिया है, आपकी सोसाइटी ने, ये बहुत अच्छा है। इससे जो आने वाले टीचर्स हैं उनके लिए भी और एक मॉडल, एक ऐसा स्कूल उसमें हर तरह की सुविधाएं हों और टीचिंग लर्निंग प्रोसेस के लिए, जब मेन तो बच्चों के पढ़ने पढ़ाने की बात है, उसमें ये रोल मॉडल स्कूल बहुत अच्छी भूमिका अदा करेंगे, ऐसा मेरा विश्वास है। और आपने
बहुत
लगभग 300 डिस्ट्रिक्ट में ये काम शुरू किया है, तो
जी जी
मैं ये अपेक्षा रखता हूँ कि जिला कांगड़ा में भी ऐसा रोल मॉडल स्कूल जो है वो बनेंगे और
जी सर,
हम
बहुत
आपका
बढ़िया।
पूरा
Namaste. Hello everyone. My name is Dawalamu Lepcha, Master in Chemistry and working as a TZT Science, and I have 4 years of teaching experience. And the second aspect is about district and state. My district is South Namchi South and the state is Sikkim. Namchi is a fast developing place in South Sikkim and it is also known as the cultural capital in the state. And Namchi is the headquarters of South Sikkim. The place has been developed as a hub of religious and cultural tourism in Sikkim. And the third aspect is about school. So I teach in junior high school and the name of the school is Chumlok Government Junior High School and the block is Sikip and the school was established in the year 1982. The primary medium of instruction is English and the school runs from classes nursery to class 8. There are 39 numbers of students and they all are belongs to rural background. And the fourth aspect is the problem area. So the school face extreme water shortage and there is lack of inadequate infrastructure and there is no proper school lab and less less motivation in students also, and there is no teamwork also. So when I attended Ziiei training, I came to know and I got a benefit that how to improve the quality education, and there are lots of innovative idea which we can implement in our classroom without any expenses. So with the help of Ziiei trainee Mr. Swendip sir, I got to know that how to implement and how to give the positive reinforcements to the students, and how to allow students work together and help the students to find the intrinsic motivation. So the sixth aspect is IPCT. So it is a innovative Pathshala training. So through this training, I also understood that how to keep student engaged and interest and focus to the uh, teaching learning process. So through this training, I also came to know that the learning outcomes of the students, like lowest to the highest cognitive values, and be able to they also able to evaluate the problem solving strategies and also develop the science based solutions. And the seventh aspect is to develop the student interest in studies. I engage them in activities like learning through games. So from that game they can engage and they can motivate themselves. So motivate themselves and learn a new concepts. So I to motivate them, I used to apply the innovative ideas so they can intellectually and physically involve through activities. So every students can participate to take the role which I have given them to play, and from that activities they can remember the names that which I have given, like botanical name of the plants. So from that activities, from that games also, it helps me a lot to teach the students with experimental learning. So sometimes I also do the role play method, because to engage my students, I find the learning through games. So learning through games which can find relevant and joyful, which directly impacts their interest overall learning environment, and revisions of syllabus topic which become easy as well as more effective for both teachers and students also. So this learning through games provide a methods of teaching learning to make education experimental and the student centric, and it can also develop the student leadership skills. And I also like to say that this method helps not only the one subject, it can we can implement in other subject also, because this role play method can give a lots of opportunity to the students. And I also like to mention that there are lots of place where there is poor connectivity of network. So so they can apply this role play method, so they can engage the students and they can apply the methods which we can give the innovative ideas and experimental. So I also believe, and I so believe that the our school must be chosen as a role model school, which because that role play method which can inspire to the others futures also. Last, But not the least, I would also like to thank Ziei Sri Aurobindo Society and HDFC Bank, and also our trainer Mr. Soendip Sir would who give me this opportunity to take part the online training, which online training since 2 to 3 months in this pandemic area. So where I can achieve lots of ideas like AAC, which is alternate academic calendar, and how to create a family tree, and concept mapping, and food preservation, and also the micro scholarship and Bloom taxonomy to make the teaching learning process more effectively, and the idea of e-Pathshala also. Thank you.
Hello, Kamri, Namaste. This is Lakshmi Lipcha, working as a primary teacher, and my professional qualification is Diploma in Elementary Education. And I have completed my graduation from IGNO. And it's been almost 9 years experience working as a primary teacher. My district is North, and the name of my state is Sikkim. In Sikkim, we have only four districts, and perhaps the North district is the most beautiful and the largest among the four. North Sikkim is laden with the full of natural beauties, stream, lakes, and snow-capped mountains. The two most beautiful lakes of Sikkim are Cholamu and Gurudongmar Lake. In North Sikkim, we also have one historical significance place called Kabilongchok, where the treaty between the two tribes, Lepcha and Bhutia, was made. The treaty was called Treaty of Brotherhood, which was made between the Lepcha chieftain Thikung Tik and the Bhutia chieftain Khebumsa. Name of my school is Mangjing Primary School, Opochongu, North Sikkim, and total enrollment in the school is 26 from nursery to class 5. The pin code is 737116. The problem area. Let's talk about the problem area. As I said that our school lies in the remote area of Opochongu, North Sikkim, with the weak internet facilities and shortage of electricity. And our most of the children are first generation learner, and their parents are illiterate. So whatever we are teaching them, whatever activity we used to give them, it is very difficult for them to retain in their mind for the long time, because they are not getting help at home. They are not getting help from the parents. So these are the problems which we face in the school. So now let's talk about the Ziiei training. So through the training, we got to interact with the other teachers, where we get ideas to share, and we get some solutions for the challenges which we face in the school. And through the training, we got the demonstration of IPCT uh, applications, knowledge to access the IPCT tools, learn about the CWSN, family trees, and the activities, concept mapping, etc. So all the credit which whatever I have said mentioned earlier, we have got the knowledge about it, and the credit goes to our most energetic uh, mentor, Shandip sir. And I want to give uh, gratitude from huge gratitude from the core of my heart to the Shandip sir for guiding us and providing us very useful and fruitful training. So thank you so much, Shandip sir. IPCT, or Innovative Pathshala Training. Uh, as I already mentioned earlier, that the training give me a bunch of new and innovative ideas which really going to help in teaching learning process. So I'm really going to use those ideas in my school in days to come, and I'm 100% sure that the training will going to impact on the learning outcome of the student. As I already mentioned earlier that the problem which I face in the school during the teaching learning process. So now I got the ideas that if I need to teach them the topic like family, friends, relationship, we can give them activities like family trees, which is very easy for them. And the family trees activities is not only to teach them the relationship between their relatives and the friends, but we can use that activity for different purposes also. And if I need to teach them the grammar or part of speech, we can teach them through the method called concept mapping. And this is the concept mapping method is not only for to teach the grammar, but that can be used for different mathematical sequence also. So I got the solution for the problem which I faced earlier. And now the role model school. So my school, as I said, that my school lies in one of the remote area of Upper Janggu, North Sikkim, which is underdeveloped area. And most of the parents, I already mentioned that most of the parents are illiterate and they are isolated from the advanced tools and technologies of 21st centuries. So if my school selected as a role model school of the district, this will not only going to uplift the school development, but it also going to open the door for the parents, for the localities towards the development. So I feel that if my school gets selected as a role model, this will not only going to help my school only, but it also going to help the whole society. So lastly, I would like to say thanks to Sri Aurobindo Society, Ziiei, and HDFC Bank for providing us a huge platform to showcase our innovation, showcase our innovative ideas, and providing us very useful and fruitful training which will going to bring revolution in teaching learning process, but with zero investment. So please like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much.
Hello, namaste everyone. My name is Vidya Subba. I am a primary teacher. As for qualification, I am an SS pass. To talk about the experience in my teaching field, I have worked and dedicated my 24 years in teaching. Well, to start about my district, I am from Namche, South Sikkim. The appellation Namche means sky high in Sikkimese. My district is popular for all the monastery and temples like Char Dham, Shanrupche, Sai Mandir, and because of that, Namche is fast becoming a tourist spot and pilgrimage center. One of the highlights of this town is Baichung Stadium, built by the Sikkim government in honor of its most famous citizen footballer Baichung Bhutia. My school is known as Banjang Primary School. I teach all the basic subjects to junior classes. The students at my school are all from the rural background. The number of students we have overall is 35. The best part of our school is that we don't have to face much of a problem. Sometimes students don't get their exercise copies, their basic needs like pencil, eraser, sharpener, etc. But because of the unity we have amongst all the staff, we resolve it and get them what they need. So, in conclusion, let's say we don't face bigger problem. The benefits I got from this training is that I could improve my skills and knowledge on teaching and learning outcomes without having to invest a single penny. In this session, what I understood is to keep my students experimental and to make the class environment better in learning outcome. IPCT has made teaching easy. Before, what we did is gave question answer for the following lessons we taught. But the best part of IPCT is that it works on developing the student skills. The way of teaching method can be different and interesting. This is what we got to know with the help of IPCT training. Why I think my school should be a role model is that, point 1, though our school is just a primary school, but we try to make our children productive and skillful in many ways. Like, when the school assembly starts in the morning, we give chance to a particular student every day to give knowledge-based speech in any language. The speech can be from the poem they learn in the class or any general knowledge they know about, or they can do an action song from their books. The reason why we do this is to develop their skills and prepare them for facing the crowd in their later life. Point 2, we hold evening assembly 45 minutes before the departure time. Here, what we do is we ask feedbacks to the students about what they learned and understood throughout the day from all their subjects. The reason why we do this is because the amount of student we have is less, which is time consuming, and also we can focus our each and every students. Also, it's for their revision. Point 3, we assemble all the students daily and ask them to tell the multiplication table from 2 to 12. This is not just for a particular student, but they are supposed to narrate the table as a whole. Point 4, we try and put our best foot forward to sharpen the skills of our students. There are 4 feeder schools in that particular area. We organize program every year like academic and sports meet. During these programs, we invite honorable chief guests of our education department, our respected JD, our deputy director, and the higher officers for distributions of prizes and certificates. Last but not least, I would really like to thank our respected trainer, Mr. Sandeep. I am very much grateful to work as your trainee, as you made things easier for us. The way you taught us is most effective, and I really appreciate that. Details in your instructions were clear. There was not even a single day where I missed anything you taught us during the training. I would forever be grateful for the lessons you give us regarding the zero investment training. Sir, thank you for being easy and patient with us. Lastly, I would like to thank Sri Aurobindo Society for organizing this training, Ziiei. It was really helpful. Without this, we wouldn't be able to gain so much of knowledge regarding this learning outcome without having to spend any money. Also, I would like to thank SDFC Bank for the sponsorship. Thank you so much.
Namaskar. I am Ram Kumar Sharma. I am graduate in Botany Honors and Bachelor in Education. I have 15 years of experience in teaching profession under Education Department, Government of Sikkim. I live in West District of one of the most beautiful and small state of our country, that is Sikkim. And the West District, which is my hometown, is located in the very footstep of the holy Mount Kanchenjunga, which is the third highest peak in the world. And we call Mount Kanchenjunga as our guardian because we have a strong faith on Mount Kanchenjunga, and we have a strong belief that Mount Kanchenjunga protect us from various courses. And West Sikkim has many historical places because the first and second capital of Sikkim also lies in the West District of Sikkim. And we have many tourist places also in our district, and we find the ruins of the palace also in West District in Radhensi. And presently I am working at Lower Barmek Secondary School, and it is about 50 kilometers from the district headquarters Gezing. And recently I have been posted here from another school, so I may be talking more about my previous school, that is Nazur Baffa Government Junior High School. And the in problem area, I'm talking about the general problems what I face during my teaching. So general problems are the lack of interest in study among our students, and the low attendance, what I found during my teaching. And at the time when Ziiei provides us training on innovative Pathshala at the very block level, during that time what I learned is a various innovative ideas which can be implemented in our school without investing money. So that time I too attended the training with my colleagues, and I understood that we have many innovative ideas which can be implemented in our school without investing money. So first of all, I would like to give example about few innovations that we have implemented in our school after getting the training from Ziiei. And the first is geometrical assembly, and it is the most innovative idea. What we did is during morning assembly itself we form the different shapes by our students. Today they form rectangle, tomorrow they will form circle, like that. In different day we ask students to form the different geometrical shapes. So side by side, what happened, they learned the various shape of the various geometrical shapes, mathematical shapes during morning assembly itself, and it need not to refer the book for various shapes, so it will be helpful for our elementary students. And the next is rappers learning. We find the rappers around our area. So what we did is we asked students. We have like that. We have managed that type of classes, and they will read out the ingredients plus the tag what given in that wrappers. So what happened is they develop the skill of reading also. Side by side we are making our students aware consumer, because they read before buying anything, they read that date of manufacture, expiry date, and the maximum retail price. So what we are doing is we are making our students reading properly. Side by side we are making our student conscious more conscious consumer. So and another thing, as a science teacher, what I do is I explore my students to the environment. So what happened, they learn practically, and if they learn practically, they will retain their knowledge for a very longer time. So I usually explore my students in the environment. So by getting that training from the Ziiei, we have a very good changes in our school. Now the students, they they are very interested in learning, because various they are engaging in various activity. And side by side what happened is when they are explored to the environment, they mm, they will be interested in learning more. So we gain the interest of our students back in learning. So this is particularly because uh, of the training what we get from the Ziiei. And uh, the main the main focus what the Ziiei is doing is for the innovative ideas. So my school should be selected as a model school, because the innovative ideas what we are implementing is inspiration for other neighboring school too. Our parents also appreciate that idea, and neighboring school also starts sharing their ideas. So this is the very good idea for our school, and this is positively affect our learning outcome too. So at last but not the least, I would like to thank Ziiei for their commitment, their dedication for making our teaching learning process more enjoyable, more resourceful. And I would also like to thank SDFC Bank and all the individuals who are engaged in the mission of this innovative idea. So thank you all very much.
Hello everyone, myself is Miss Basanti Sharma, GT Science. My qualification is MSc B.Ed. I have an 8 years of experience as a teacher. My district is South District and my state is Sikkim. South District is one of the tourism destination center as it is based with many pilgrimage area. My school is Sripatam Government Junior High School. It is located at Sripatam Gagyung GPU under Yangang Block Administrative Center. Present enrollment of my school is 80. Now, I am going to share some of the problem area which I faced during my classes at school. My first problem is that I have to face the situation having students who are not at the age and grade appropriate learning level. And my next problem is that most of the students think that science is a very difficult subject, so they don't put any efforts and interest towards the science subject. And my recent problem is that suddenly the process of teaching learning has changed from regular or offline classes into the online classes. Though we update that methods, but we are not successful to impart essential skill to the students which are very needed for the 21st century students. But Ziiei training taught us about how we can conduct online classes, modes of online classes, and how we can make our online classes effective by using minimum resources available to us. This training helps us to build skill, content knowledge, and improve our ability to use different methods in teaching process. Our trainer Ziiei sir creates such a favorable learning environment during our classes where we can clearly satisfy our doubts. One of the key points this training taught us is how to inculcate or impart value among the students, which is the most needed qualities for 21st century student. Next point is IPCT training. IPCT training is a learning enhancement platform where we can get all innovative ideas, techniques, information and methods of a lesson for all subjects. What we learn from this training is how to organize activity to impart all skills to the students by involving them. We learn the different ideas like concept mapping, one attendance, one theme methods, activities of family trees and many more. Even during online classes, we can conduct activity-based learning class. Best part is that we can use innovative Parshala app wherever needed at any time and any place. Now, I am going to share about the benefit of the training. IPCT training and Ziiei training benefited us in many ways. It helped me to build my professional skills. It gives us innovative ideas to teach our students. For example, ideas of concept mapping help students to learn science subject very easily. Even they started to put interest towards the science subjects. Next point is one theme, one attendance methods help the students to remember the name of elements, acids, bases, and so on. This training solves our many problems, and also we can conduct online classes more effectively. After implementing some of the ideas of training in our classes, we are getting very good learning outcomes. Now, I am going to say about role model school. Of course, my school must be selected as a role model school because we are working very hard to equip our students for their whole life. We always pay attention towards spiritual, emotional and physical needs of children. We are fully dedicated and committed to make our children self-reliant and good human being in future. Now, lastly, I would like to thank Sri Aurobindo Society and Ziiei for providing us such a golden opportunities to equip ourselves to build the professional skill even in this harsh pandemic situation. I also like to thank HDFC Bank for innumerable supports. And lastly, I want to thank our trainer Ziiei sir also. Please don't forget to like, share and comment this video and this channel too. Thank you.
कोरोना काल ये इस तरह से बहुत सारी चीजें सिखाकर गया है और सिखाकर जा रहा है। बहुत सारी चीजें हमारे शिक्षक साथी सीख रहे हैं और सीखे हैं, और बहुत सारी चीजें हमारे अभिभावक, बच्चे, बहुत ऐसी चीजें जो उनके बारे में अनभिज्ञ थे पूरी तरह से, और उनका कहीं ना कहीं उन्होंने सदुपयोग किया है और कर रहे हैं। तो कई मायने में ये जिस तरह से हमारे जीवन को प्रभावित कर रहा है, उसी तरह से कहीं ना कहीं हमको, हमारे लिए कहीं हम पॉजिटिव वे से देखें तो बहुत सारी चीजों के बारे में जाने हैं हम, बहुत सारी चीजों से रूबरू हुए हैं जो अब तक नहीं हो रहे थे। और विकसित देश इससे पहले से भली भांति परिचित थे, लेकिन अब साधारण जो हमारे नागरिक हैं उन तक ये टेक्नोलॉजी पहुंच रही है, तो उनके साथ संवाद भी कर पा रहे हैं, बच्चों के साथ संवाद कर पा रहे हैं, लेकिन बहुत कम संसाधन है। रीच हमारी बहुत कम बच्चों तक या अभिभावकों तक है। परिषदीय विद्यालयों के संदर्भ में कहें तो ज्यादा कम है। और जो हमारे अच्छे विद्यालय जिनको कहते हैं हम, बीएस है, ये अन्य स्कूल है जहाँ बहुत अच्छे संसाधन हैं, तो उसके बारे में भी हम देख पा रहे हैं कि वो पूरी तरह से जैसा होना चाहिए, जैसे विकसित देशों में होता है, तो वहां पर भी वो संसाधन पूरी तरह से यूज नहीं किए जा रहे हैं। और काफी चीजें वो लोग भी सीखे हैं जिनके पास ये संसाधन पहले से उपलब्ध है। जैसे जैसे हमारे आपके नवाचार हैं और ये हमारे शिक्षक देख रहे हैं उसको, तो हम इन पर भी चर्चा करते हैं। भिन्न भिन्न जगह हमारी मीटिंग्स होती हैं, तो मीटिंग्स में उन पर चर्चा करते हैं कि कौन सा नवाचार, जैसे कंसेप्ट मैपिंग कहें, तो वहां पर जब उसका प्रेजेंटेशन करते हैं तो निश्चित रूप से वो प्रभावी हैं। और उसमें जब इनका प्रेजेंटेशन होता है या कुछ होता है तो कुछ और भी आइडियाज आते हैं टीचर्स के मन में कि इसको इस वे में भी हम कर सकते हैं। जैसे आज मीटिंग में थे तो मीटिंग में ऐसे ही आइडिया आया, एक आरोही अवरोही का क्रम का था। छोटे बच्चों के संदर्भ में कहें तो छोटे बच्चों के संदर्भ में बिल्लियां बनी हुई थी, एक बड़ी बिल्ली, एक छोटी बिल्ली और उनके एक बीच की बिल्ली। तो यदि हम उनके बीच की संख्या कौन सी है इस तरह से देखें, तो पहले हम ELPS हमारा जो कॉन्सेप्ट है मैथमेटिक्स का, तो उसके आधार पर हम कॉन्क्रीट वे में चल रहे हैं। पिक्चर से हम पहले छोटी पिक्चर, फिर उससे बड़ी, फिर उससे बड़ी, उसको उसके आधार पर हम देख रहे हैं। तो इसी संदर्भ में ऐसे ही एक निकल के आया कि हम इस तरह से देख रहे हैं, इसके साथ साथ हम संख्या भी डाल दें तो पता लगेगा कि कौन सी छोटी है कौन सी बड़ी है, इसको उसको भी देखकर एक पिक्चर बन जाएगी। तो निश्चित रूप से आपके जो ये जो इनोवेशन है उनको जब प्रेजेंटेशन किया जाता है तो निश्चित रूप से उनमें और बेहतर तरीके से कैसे कर सकते हैं, तो शिक्षकों के मध्य ये भी आती है। तो ये अच्छी पहल है सर। हमारी गवर्नमेंट भी कर रही है, जैसे कि मिशन प्रेरणा हमारे यहाँ चल रहा है, तो मिशन प्रेरणा के अंतर्गत रोल मॉडल हर स्कूल को विकसित करने का कोशिश की जा रही है। हमारी कायाकल्प प्रोग्राम भी चल रहा है कि विद्यालय में आधारभूत सुविधाएं हैं, जितने पैरामीटर्स हैं 14 पैरामीटर्स पर 18 पैरामीटर्स की डिजाइन हुई है, 14 पैरामीटर्स पहले संतृप्त किए जाएं ताकि सीखने के अवसर बच्चे को अच्छी तरह से मिल सकें और एक पॉजिटिव एनर्जी के साथ वो सीख सके। तो इस तरह से जैसे आप कर रहे हैं तो सर हमारी सरकार भी कर रही है और आप मिलकर कर रहे हैं, तो बहुत खुशी की बात है सर, बहुत अच्छा लगेगा। ये प्रोग्राम बहुत अच्छा लगा। यदि इस तरह से है तो मैं इसमें और इंस्पायर इसको करना चाहूँगा, जगह जगह इसका प्रचार प्रसार करना चाहूँगा। इसमें क्रिएटिविटी बढ़ेगी बच्चे की, और उस ये जीतने के चक्कर में एक इनका चिंतन बढ़ेगा। जितना चिंतन बढ़ेगा उतना सीखेगा बच्चा, और एक जिज्ञासा रहेगी, उसकी चुनौती भी रहेगी कि हम इसको पार कर जाएं तो हमें ज्योमेट्री मिलेगी या ये मिलेगा। तो उसमें बहुत ज्यादा प्रभावी मुझे लगता है ये प्रोग्राम बहुत अच्छा रहेगा आपका।